You're Perp back with another video, and today I will be reviewing episode 3, season 4 of Attack on Titan, the final season. If you like my Attack on Titan content, check out the link in the description below where I review the first 2 episodes and I also do an AOT live. But fuck, man. Let's talk about this episode because this is an episode I've been waiting to see. We get Reiner's backstory. But before we get into Reiner's backstory, let's kind of recap on the last episode where Zeke was talking about, not in this room. I feel like Zeke is up to something. He's planning something, and it's so interesting. This is why I love going back and watching recent like the later seasons, the earlier seasons I should say, because everything really is coming together perfectly, man. I just really want to see what Zeke is really up to. What's he planning? Why does Galliard have a disdain for the Tibberts? The Tibberts are the family that controls the Warhammer Titan. That's going to be a whole nother thing that they're going to build up before they probably go on break. But let's get into this episode because there's so much to break down. They give you so much information about Reiner's character and who his father was. His father was a Marleyan. And because of that, they can't really cross paths. And can you imagine being a kid, not being able to see your father just because of some bullshit rules? And you see from Reiner's perspective as a kid, him going through this and always having to struggle, being at the bottom. We see, oh man, I swear, bro, this whole episode was so emotional. It literally locked me in when we see young Bertolt, Annie, Zeke. We see all these different characters that we know up to this point. We even see the reason Reiner even became the Armor Titan is because of Galliard's brother, and he wanted to save his brother. Oh man, it's just crazy to if you don't sympathize for Reiner's character by now, because if you go back, Reiner has always been loyal. Even back to season 2 where he saves Connie. He could have let Connie get eaten, but he put himself out there because he became their comrade. And to see him really struggle with that, even being suicidal, we see in this episode. Yo, there's a point, and let me talk about when they get to the actual, when they get to Paradise Island, and we get the reanimation of that and see where they were at that point, and how Annie, Bertolt, and Marcel kind of were having second guesses about invading. It's so fascinating to me. There's even a scene where Reiner is choking out Annie, like he's about to kill her. And you see what these children go through over at Marley, where they're just so brainwashed and they just regret it. And let's talk about Annie real quick, because we get a huge bombshell, and somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. But we get a little bit more backstory on Annie's character. And what is that backstory? Well, it's interesting to see that Kenny is back into this episode. And Kenny has a daughter, and that daughter is Annie. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, if I was seeing that right. But that is incredible to me. That is truly mind-blowing. That really changes everything, because not only is she the female Titan, she has Ackerman blood in her. That is wild. But going back to, Reiner's character and just how him and Aaron are really similar at the core. They have similar goals. You know, Reiner wants to kill all the demons over at Paradise Island, similar to how Abby is acting, where, you know, Aaron really looked up to Reiner like a big brother and whatnot because he felt the same way, like he was always at the bottom, and he wants to, you know, change that. And I just find that so fascinating. Everything they did with Reiner's character, and just with the reanimation and certain scenes from the first season, were truly, truly fucking incredible. And I'm just wondering, where is this all gonna go? And like I told y'all last episode, that Aaron pops up. He pops up again. He's talking to Flacco. I want to rewatch that scene because he was dropping a lot of stuff. A lot of dialogue was going on. And I feel like these next 2 episodes are going to be insane. Insane. And it's interesting to see the growth in Aaron and how his mentality has changed for as long as he's been over here at Marley. Just, you know, pretty much looking over things and seeing how things run. He's kind of fed up. One thing about Annie as well too that we didn't really realize is she doesn't really care about either side. She feels like the Marleyans and the Eldians are both shitty people, and we shouldn't be fighting their wars. Where Reiner, at this time when he was younger, he was kind of just stuck, you know, stuck in those, in that brainwashed state where, you know, these people are demons. But the more he obviously stayed there, he's been there for 5 years, his perspective on the people from Paradise Island, like Aaron and all them, has changed. And it's definitely taken a toll on him. He was about to blow his brains out, but he started to think about Flacco and the kids. And, you know, I think eventually he's going to want Flacco to take up the Armored Titan because he doesn't want his cousin to go through that same pain that he has, because she's going to see all his memories and whatnot. And we also see that Galliard and, you know, Reiner never really got along. And I had a feeling about that. You know, there was some animosity between those two characters, but they did an outstanding job with this whole entire episode, man. I can't wait to rewatch this because they dropped so many bombs in this episode. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, and just knowing what's to come it's going to be incredible. Let me know how you guys feel about everything I've talked about this episode. What are some of your favorite moments? What are you guys looking forward to the most in the next episode? Let me know in the comments below. I don't want to drag this on too long, but until next time, I will see y'all later. Peace.